Here, scooter has been running for about 10 minutes now, and you can see here all the crankcase ventilation is going crazy. It is hot for the touch here, the valve cover. Intake manifold is actually still nice in room temperature. So surprisingly, it did transfer over to heat because of that plastic spacer that we put. Good thing these are cold. I think this also helps too because the fan's actually just blowing directly to here. But yeah, the valve cover is hot. I tuned it a little bit more. And the RPM here, you can see a bit raised. Here it goes. See that? Well, the RPM gauge is moving now. It takes a while for it to warm up to it. Our fuel is indicating that we're kind of low. Our battery is above the 12 volts right there, you can see here. And we can test it out too. Let me go get the voltmeter again. I put the battery here, actually gives a little hook there. So it kind of hold it steady there. Okay, but let's go ahead and test it out. Hopefully it doesn't fall into somewhere. There we go, 14.84 volts. Engine sounds a little bit more calmer. You don't want to tune it until you get to this point where it looks like things are settling in. So when you first start up a TWK, it's going to have a hard time staying started versus a CVK, you know, on a cold start, let's say. But other than that, the throttle response is worth the exchange. See here, and then what you do is once you get your idle mixture screw right, you want to go and tune in your idle adjustment screw here. I believe if you go counterclockwise is leaning it. If you go clockwise, it's pushing the cable up more, so it's getting more richer. So here we go. See here, look. It's all the way, look at that. The crankcase ventilation is actually coming all the way out here. And I believe this is where our silicone was. You can see it's not really a good seal there. So this is a bigger hose. It's just throwing a little bit of the crankcase ventilation. So it's coming through here. So we'll figure out what we're going to do with here in this end too. It's good to know because if we put the cover on, we'll never know. It's a little spatical there. So yeah, if you go clockwise, you're going to go ahead and rich it more because it's going to push this guy up more, raising it up, which allows more fuel and air to come in. So here we go. When you're riching it, you're smoothing it more. Engine, see that? You can almost tell by the vibration stay there. So I'm going to go and back it up a little bit, leaning it out a little bit. You're trying to get the idle screw to go low as possible before it, not having it die out on you. So you can see it, you can almost start seeing the stator magnet a little bit. It's going lower and lower. There you go, see that's dying out. So let me go and counterclockwise it again. I mean, clockwise, I'm sorry. Counterclockwise it, you're pretty much leaning it out. So let me go clockwise again. Counterclockwise, you're backing this down, so that means this can close this up more. Get a screwdriver from an angle here. See if I can do that for you. I want to park focus being sharp that direction. You can get a screwdriver from an angle like this or something like that. But I prefer it because it's like easy thumb screw. I can just adjust it. See that it's almost dying out. When I counterclockwise it, lefty loosey, it's dropping the this throttle cable down more in it. So now I'm actually extracting it up, opening it up more. See, the battery's not even vibrating anymore on here. Pretty steady. As soon as it warms up more. Still feel a little bit of vibration here on the thing. Let me know the engine is on. Yeah, the battery meter is good. Rave it up a little bit. See right now, almost between 2 RPM. Trying to get it idle down a little bit. Counterclockwise it right now. That it's almost gonna die on it. Like pup, pup, pup. It's quiet, but it's almost gonna die out. Actually, I'm backing it all the way up almost. Still not dying out on it. It's running really lean though. So let me screw this back in. Get a little bit more smoother. You can see the magnet doesn't move, it's just that flywheel. You gotta go by ear and feel a little bit how your engine's behaving. Whoa, I'm holding it with my foot. This thing does want to fly. Okay. Drop it back. You want it rest about maybe 1500 RPMs and like 2000 the most. So I'm gonna try to see if I can idle it back down. So let me go ahead and counterclockwise this. Paying attention to this, how it drops. 1.5. I'm counterclockwizing this right here. So you want to idle around maybe 1.5 and between 1.5 and 2000 RPM. So I'm going to drop it down. I'm going counterclockwise on that idle screw. You can see it's putting now. It's almost going to die on us. We don't want it to die. So I'm going to try to raise it back up. I'm probably going to go 1.75. And you just want to go by hearing the sound. This might be okay. 1.75. Looks like it's still putting, right? See right here, it's still under 2 RPM. Again, it's not accurate, it's not like a tach meter or anything like that, but it gives you the idea. We'll go by feel a little bit. Yeah, I don't think we have any problem with sludge actually staying there. Looks like it's pushing it. Very neat to know. Try to get a good idle feel for it. Now that it's warmed up for almost good 15 minutes now. See here, look at that. Crankcase ventilation making its way. This is hot to the touch, but not. I can still touch it for about a brief half a second only. But the other exhaust, you can't even touch it for a second for storage to do. This one right here, it's still cool. The reason why is that flywheel fan here actually is blowing air directly to it. So that's why this stays cold still, which is kind of nice. Now let's see this nuts. That should transfer a little bit more heat because it's directly bolted onto the cylinder, but it's still not that bad actually. So they're good. I guess in between it. Everything seems to be good. Try and get a feel for it. We'll check our oil. We'll replace our brake assembly. A lot of stuff we need to do to the scooter. You know, it's becoming more and more of an add-on project here, trying to get everything to work. I'm not too worried yet on the blue remote starter wire. Hopefully APM has some better idea for us. But if not, then I'll just go ahead and it's normally supposed to go right here to the yellow and red wire, which comes up to your solenoid, you know, the red and yellow wire here. So if I can't find it and tap it here somewhere, I'll just leave it alone, just kind of close it up right now, but I'm more than likely I'll be able to probably tap and put it in here. So far the scooter is running no problem now. It's been already 15 minutes idling. Just watching all that crankcase ventilation. We'll probably, before we change oil and do everything else to it, we might need to check oil, and then we might even install the NCY oil cooler on it as well to keep the oil from cooler. Now since it doesn't have the port here, well, normally there's a port right there. I can show you. For the oil cooler, Bonjo bolts come in that way. The NCY can actually be put on here as well, but since we don't have one, we're going to use this guy right here. So here, this is pretty hot to the touch as well. So far, so good. I'm gonna go and rave it up a little bit. Woo! Felt like my throttle actually was staying put. I mean, it wouldn't actually go down. All right, so it looks good. I think, look at that. All that sludge is coming back down. It's pretty nasty, huh? Oh boy. Yeah, so it's fine. It's gonna have to look like it's trying to escape out. That's all the moisture from the heat and condensation of everything. That's why they call it positive crankcase ventilation. There's fumes and fuel in there as well. So that's from all the combustion. Amazing. Okay, but let's see if there's any sign of smoke anywhere. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my hand in here again and try to feel if there's any gasoline leak. I don't see any moisture wicking yet. No, my hand's dry. So yeah, I think we might have took care of our fuel line leak issue there. Should come by now, at least a little bit of millimeter drop. So yeah, it is just recommended get a smaller tie strap. Thanks to APM for pointing that out. And then we're about to almost ready. You know that part where Iron Man said, yeah, I could fly. And he starts putting things really fast together, like his boots and everything. All of a sudden his armor is all fully assembled, ready to go. I guess it was just doing lots of beta testing. Well, our armor is ready. It's over there, but I just have to physically put it on there. I don't have robotic arms to help me. But it would have been pretty cool though if that was the final test and like, all right, it's ready. Boom, 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 bolt on. So our lights are here. Our battery is a yay high, over 12 volts, which is good. Kind of leave it in off position here. So I'm pretty confident we can confidently bolt things on. I'm almost debating on really, well, it doesn't really matter because the fan shroud is not going to do anything to our oil cooler. If we put that on last, it's not like it's blocking that Bonjo bolt area because we don't have a right side crankcase with the Bonjo bolt directly to the oil pump. So we'll have to use the bottom of our oil drain here to actually install our NCY one with the adapter. One good thing about the NCY one versus the Tata one is it actually has an adapter, so you can go both ways. You can put it directly here, or you can use the Bonjo bolt and put directly, if you have the opening for the Bonjo bolt for the oil cooler, to go right on the right hand side of the crankcase where the stator is and the oil pump near, which is preferably. So if you do decide to install SSBG one, I do recommend you guys is to go ahead and buy the one with the oil cooler set up already. It'll be much more ready to go convenient wise, and also less adapter to be dealt with. But luckily the NCY does have adapter for those who didn't get with the right side crankcase and they want to add on later. So we'll just have to use this side of the port here for the oil change port. So that's it for right now. We're gonna go and get started on give this time to get cooled off real quick. It might be a good time to actually look at the rust area. We're gonna do some maybe touch up before we start putting the plastic housing. I got some spray material here that we're gonna probably spray on as well. I prefer to do it outside. I think the rain's not gonna pour on this, so I might be able to just go ahead and wheel the scooter over and pour it out. We got our ankle biter. I'm debating on actually changing those clutch springs from 2000 right now to 1000 until I actually test ride as it is. So why don't we do that? I'm gonna go and test ride as it is, and then we'll go ahead and change that over as soon as we get that squared away. I probably want to install the Gibby case for right now too, just in case the cop ever pulls me over again. I can say, look, my reflectors here are showing everything. So why don't I do that? It's going to be a little bit more maneuvering, you know, because I really want the spray and the paint and all the rust area here to get sealed up before we actually start putting the hard plastic cover on. Another challenge will be to actually find a hole that's perfectly going to be where I need to make the hole to have this parallel, because I have to take this guy all off and sit him down. But the Gibby case attachment should very instant. Just plugs and play right here into his harness and is ready to go. I have to tie strap everything down to make sure I can ride it safely without the wind affecting it. So I'll have to tie strap this guy over here to Hooper. We got plenty of tie straps to do that. In fact, why don't we start that process right now? Getting everything already set to go. Tie strap everything down nice and neatly. The cabling's ready to go, pulled back. or yanked up like this. So a little scary there when the throttle didn't actually want to go back down. I was thinking, oh man, this scooter's wanting to run. My brakes are not even connected, so we gotta get that assembled as well. So it's not like I can just tune it right now. So we might actually do all the prep work for prepping it, and then we might not be able to actually get a test run yet until most of the stuff are actually put back on, like the brakes and stuff. So the brakes probably have to be handled before the scooter actually gets off the ground for tuning testing. So let's go ahead and bolt everything back on. Tie strap everything here neatly. And let's go ahead and get our brakes. I'm going to change the brakes right away. That way you guys can see how I do it. We're going to switch the brakes out. I'll probably do it over there. That way the rain, whatever. I think the ground's going to stay dry enough for us to be able to do it. But let's go ahead and tie strap all this wires nice and cleanly, because this front is almost ready to go. We'll change out the headlights when we have a little bit more leisure time to do that. But let's go and get all the basic of tie strapping down. So let's go and open this guy up. They gave us some white ones and the black ones. All we really needed was the black ones, preferably. But that's fine. We'll need that next time. Who knows? We might run into some white application. But these are pretty nice and thick. Now these are great for tying up our cable lines and everything. Almost like a give and take relationship here, because I know I have some spots here I hate to put that gel on there. So if I put it now and I put a tie strap over it, it's going to defeat the whole purpose of that. In fact, I almost want to break it off, to be honest with you. Let's see if I can just break it off. You know, all these loose. There you go. There you go. They're rusted anyway. I mean, they're not going to do us any good. Let's see if this is the same one. We'll break that off. We'll break all of them off. That doesn't really apply. This one actually helped us hold our battery, so might want to keep it on for a second here longer. This one. Yeah. Just flex it back and forth. We have to put our new exhaust thing too, so we'll just put some plastic tie strap. That should do it. Gives a lot more strength than this. There we go. This guy's coming off. Okay, got two of them off already. See if there's any more. Yep. This guy will eventually need to come off anyway, so let's go and take him off. Try flexing away where it's near there. There we go. It's off. 3. Let's see how many more here. This one. Look at that. They're just rusty. The thing about rust is, you know, it can be contagious. Meaning it can actually start helping each other build more rust. Like a weed. Sometimes it just keeps growing. So we break it off. We'll sand it down or file it down. Almost there. There we go. There we go. Alright, so got 4 now. Any more? Probably back here. They're just dried and rusty. This is not too bad, but still it's gonna be harder to get this guy from over underneath there. So we'll just leave this guy alone. Alright, let's see if there's any more to take out from our end. I think the other end is right there. Kill the switch, or actually had it off already. Okay, so I've been wanting to do this for almost 2 weeks now, to this point after the engine's been tested and everything, so now it's time to do it. Put our gel rust remover buddy there. Then we'll get hit with some spray paint enamel. Yep. Careful, they're sharp too. Some of them, I remember that with the handlebar deal. That was horrible. Okay, that one's to go. This one looks like it's about almost there too. It's hot. Crankcase is. There we go. It comes right off. Let's see if there's any more. How's this one? This one doesn't look too bad, but it's not even needed this area right here yet. So we can just take it off. Try to get most of it off before it bends and breaks. You break where you want it to. This one's a little fresher, new contact, but still should come off. There we go. There we go. Broke it closer to where it's supposed to be broken. All right, these ones are pretty solid though. Those ones are good. So we got those all scrapped off. They're just to hold the wires in place. You know, all the extra hoses that we had before with the EGR system, which we don't have anymore. I'm gonna think about what's gonna be when they actually ask me to take the scooter for a test drive for the DMV. If they're gonna check the EGR area, in California anyway, right? I'm not even sure they know about it, but we'll see. All right. It's going well, it's going good. We were gonna hook this up to something, to breather hose or something like that. So for the meantime, let's go ahead and tie strap what we know are good now. Now that we broke it off, we don't have to worry too much. We're gonna clean areas here off cleanly. We're gonna hit it with, I guess, some of that gel. Well, we could do the gel first, and then we'll clean it up a little bit more. File it down. When we file it down, then we can wipe it down. So here's our gel guy here. Put him in all the rest area, just a little bit. Now I preferably not want to use my hands, but so maybe get like a sort of a sponge, I guess. Kind of wet them in there. Just dabble them in there. You don't want to use your hands on these things, these metal surface, and the chemical too. Okay, so that's one down. I bet you if anything, that little gel here can actually probably turn this guy back to what it was. There we go. Just put a little bit here. This is the serial number. Let's see. Let's see if this gel can do the magic here. Just leave it on there for 20 minutes. We'll come back around it. All the areas that we did here, we're going to prepare it. Okay, where else? Yeah. Okay. Look at that one right there. A lot more rust here. So we'll spray some of the gel in our pad here. Lucky it's gel. Okay. Then we'll come back and wipe it down. Anything areas that might show corrosion. Probably go inside of it too. These are great for spraying in there. So we're gonna get the gel first to remove the rust, and then we're gonna come back. There we go. This guy right there. Spray directly too if you want to. Doesn't need a lot. All right, let's sit there. 20 minutes, right? That's what it says. I think that's what it says. Oh, 30 minutes. Okay, so we'll let it rest for 30 minutes, no problem. Works fast. Works fast, huh? Okay, so I think we're good in this side. I'm not sure we miss. I'm sure we missed quite a few here and there, but just see where I can see it. I mean, I don't really see areas that maybe here. No, these are pretty good solid paints. We should get some of that area here in the crits area. See if I can do that. Let's see if it could let me. Oh. Was able to spray in there, but now I have to spread it out in there. Okay, there we go. Let's see if that will take care of that guy. Alright, so we got that guy now. See all the other dusty area. Might be underneath here. I'm going to just go ahead, since I'm here on this side, try to look for all the rust that we can use this on. Again, we're looking for rust, not dirt, so we want to make sure it's rust and not just dirt. I think on the bottom here is pretty safe to say the paint has held up. There's no problem there. Let's see on this metal part here. Maybe the bolts area a little bit. It's Not too bad. Careful, you're getting near the exhaust now. In fact, we need to wipe some of that tape off the exhaust. Remember we had it on there? So let's see if I can wipe a little bit off. Yeah, there you go. It comes right off. Almost with ease, actually. It's so hot. I think nothing can actually stay on there. I didn't want to scratch it with my flathead, so Scotch-Brite should be enough there to scrub it off. There's some still over here. Careful, it's still hot. Dogs are barking again at each other. That's all they do is bark. A little bit of that quit area there. There we go. Take all the tapes off of it now. And we can actually inspect this a little bit too to make sure there's no gasket leak. You can almost see like a burnt mark if there is one. I think this was left from the previous, because again, this is actually on the cylinder head, which was left from the previous burnt area. So maybe I didn't. Let's give it a good thorough scrub here. That way we can get a visualize of it. Yeah. Yep. All right. So that was not bad. Okay, so we got a little bit here on the swing arm area. Let's go and hit that guy up with some of this gel stuff. I don't think we're going to use a lot of it. It looks like it's very heavy. It's like full of it. Full of that gel stuff. So we're going to put some here on our Scotch-Brite. And we're going to go and find areas that needs to be. Like maybe it's on somewhere around the swing arm. So let me go ahead and get an angle here where I can do that. My chair lets me here. Okay, so here we go. All right, bye, Mop Mop. She's ready to roll. Oh, she's not. Her school starts at 11. So she's good there. I don't see any more. I know the tank on one corner we need to prevent from rust. I think we're about almost ready. This side looks like it's done. I thought it was going to be a little bit more work than it really was, but I guess it wasn't that bad in the rust area. So let's go ahead and put the other side here. Try to bring my charger at the same time, right? Okay, so we see a few spaticles here that we could take care of. I wish we got a little bit more bigger chunks off of this guy. Maybe I can. Let me get like my flathead or something, maybe break them out, or even the needle nose pliers here. There we go. Look at that. Yeah. Horrible. Okay, there we go. There we go. The one that actually take some Scotch-Brite. Careful, do not use your finger. I learned my lesson there. And that mark there. Okay, there's a little bit more here. All right, there we go, got it. Okay, let's give it a rub down. Whoa, this sharp, a lot of sharp edges there. Gotta be really careful. You see all that little rust area there? We gotta get that area too. Okay, there we go. Should be enough here for this guy, and also come back and swing him into this guy right here. There we go. Just want to fill that in there. Sometimes the rust actually holds the bolt in place. That's okay. You rather not have rust for there too long. It holds it and then it eats it. That's the problem. That's a double whammy. All right, so get some there. See a little bit of rust here. Spray a little bit more on this Scotch-Brite. Just a little bit. I'm sorry I didn't show you. Okay. So we'll get it to wipe right there. There we go. That one's ready. Try to look for this side here. I don't see any. This side, no, not too bad. It's only where it's exposed. I do see a few here, which we just dabbled. There we go. Again, you don't have to put a lot. You'll still do the same amount of work. Alright, so we got that. Is this rust or is this just dirt? Can't tell sometimes until you scrub it. Oh, it is a little bit maybe. Okay, so a little spray. Alright, get on there. I think it's fine too. Dabble it. Just let it rest there, don't rub it off yet. Now here we go. This is what made us want to do this. Okay, don't worry about scrubbing off the dirt. You can scrub it with it. And we're going to do a final clean down before we spray on it anyway. Or even sand it. But we want to get the existing rust that's on there right now. So we're going to dabble it. Dabble there. Anywhere we can see signs of paint exposing the rust, we're going to dabble it. There we go. I didn't see this until the light came out this way. Okay. Over there in this little crits area. See that? Okay, let's see if we can go and rotate the battery. There we go. Give us a little bit more to work with. We got all that covered underneath already on the battery there. We'll just let the battery rest there so we can work on over here. Look at that. Okay, so give a little much area there. Oh, it's raining again, so there's no can do about bringing it out there and changing the brake out there. So we're gonna have to do it all in here. It's gonna get a little bit messy. I feel like changing the brake, changing the oil all at the same time, really. If we're gonna change that oil, we might as well install the oil cooler as well, right? That way, because the oil is completely drained out, we do it one time, done deal. We probably would do that. I think we should do that. So we'll get ready to open our NCY oil cooler, get that installed, because I don't want to have to, you know, drain out the oil again to make it a much more easier installation. Try to get everything all out in the open. Okay, so